U.S. presidential politics, there were some big surprises in Iowa last night. And for the Democrats, the results were not certain until just a few hours ago. Hillary Clinton has now officially won the Iowa caucuses, but by a whisker. She was finally declared the winner this afternoon. Bernie Sanders' campaign said that they would not challenge the results, and Clinton was clearly relieved.
I am so thrilled that I'm coming to New Hampshire after winning Iowa. I can tell you, I've won and I've lost there. It's a lot better to win.
On the Republican side, the results were just as dramatic. Look at that. The polls had put Donald Trump out front, but in the end, Ted Cruz took the state, leaving Trump in second position with Marco Rubio, that's one to watch, very close behind. How did it happen? And with candidates now descending, as you see there, on New Hampshire for the next primary next week, what impact will the Iowa vote have on both campaigns? Joining me again tonight from Des Moines, Iowa, is Democratic State Senator for Ohio, Capri Cafaro, and in Washington, Republican strategist Gianno Caldwell. Good to see you both. Gianno, let me start with you tonight. So the polls had Trump ahead. Did they get it wrong? Tell me why you think Trump lost.
Well, Donald Trump has been saying that Americans would be tired winning under Donald J. Trump, and I think that they got tired before they even started. Truth be told, polls don't vote. And what happened with Donald Trump is the fact that the media has been providing wall-to-wall coverage. He didn't have a real campaign structure and organization in place. Additionally, he has relied on folks like surrogates to really get out the vote. If you don't have a campaign structure in place where people are knocking on doors, you got vans that are driving people around to the caucus places, then you don't have a real election. You don't have a real campaign, rather. So that's what pretty much destroyed his ability to be number one. Two, being in second place isn't a bad thing for any outside candidate. That would normally be a great place for any outside candidate to be. Given the fact that he said things like, oh, I can shoot people and still my poll numbers will go up and still win elections, has caused them damage. Not only that, him not going to the Fox News debate, I think is something that also caused him damage. And that's why I believe he was in second place.
Well, and he sort of tweeted soberly today about how it was, it was pretty okay that he was in second place, which sounded very not Donald Trumpish. Capri, tell me from your perspective, what do you think made the difference for Trump?
Well, I think that part of the contributing factor was not participating in the debate. And the person that really benefited from that was Marco Rubio. When I got here Friday of last week, and all of the momentum, all of the buzz was about Marco Rubio because of his strong debate performance that was not, cloaked by all of the excitement surrounding Donald Trump. So, while Ted Cruz didn't perform very well in that debate either, Marco Rubio, I think, picked up that slack, and the folks that came out, I think, cast their caucus vote for Marco Rubio rather than Donald Trump, and potentially that debate performance and the lack of the presence of Donald Trump contributed to that. I do agree with the fact as well that without a ground game, it's difficult to get folks to these caucuses. While the Republicans are much more organized than Democrats as far as their structure is concerned in the caucus process, it's still really about getting to voters, getting them to show up and cast that ballot. So without an appropriate ground game, it's almost impossible to get done. I do want to also say, though, that Sanders, obviously being a Democrat, is not going to have anything to do with bringing non-traditional voters out for Donald Trump. I mean, they're two very different kinds of folks, and the processes are totally separate.
Yeah, and we'll dig into the Democratic side. But Gianno, before we do that, what do you think? Talk to me about Marco Rubio. Is Marco momentum? Is that a thing now? Is this, even though Cruz won, is this a thing where maybe Marco Rubio's got some sort of shot now?
Well, there's no question about it. And I think Marco Rubio has always had a shot. Him being one of the individuals within the party that people see as young, vibrant. He knows his stuff. Some people call him the dean of policy because he's so well versed on policy. I think that this Donald Trump being in second place, Cruz in the first place provides momentum for Cruz and Marco Rubio. One for Cruz because he's considered the more conservative candidate, and Marco Rubio is considered the establishment candidate. So what I think we'll see is folks who would have went to Donald Trump because they want to be with the winner would go with more of a traditional candidacy of a Marco Rubio.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz won very big.
Yeah, go ahead, Capri.
They did. They certainly were, I think, the victors, the big winners of last night. Marco Rubio in particular. Ted Cruz, frankly, tapped out at the numbers that he did have in the polls, around 27%. So I didn't see a big variation. The people that he thought were going to show up actually did. So I don't think that Ted Cruz's victory there was that, particularly noteworthy as much as Marco Rubio. But we have to remember that New Hampshire is a very different deal, and that there's a whole bunch of candidates that didn't really play here in Iowa that are on the ground making a very significant play in New Hampshire, including my own governor, Ohio Governor John Kasich, Chris Christie from New Jersey, Jeb Bush, and others that are significant establishment candidates that really can change the course of who actually makes it out of New Hampshire.
Okay, let's move to the Democratic side. And I'll start with you, Gianno, for a different perspective. What do you think this tie, I guess it's a tie, between Clinton and Sanders means? I mean, Clinton won technically, but it was awfully close.
Yeah, the Iowa Democrats are saying that she won this one.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, when it comes to Senator Sanders, he won. Anytime you have a candidate who's a Democrat socialist, who by many in the mainstream that didn't really cover him, he didn't get a lot of media attention like Clinton did. The DNC, in my opinion, really protected Hillary Clinton to ensure that she was going to be the big winner. When you have circumstances like that and a candidate comes so close to winning, that candidate, in my opinion, actually won. Right. I've been speaking with Simone Sanders, the national press secretary for Bernie Sanders' campaign. I was in contact with her all last night and this morning, and they feel very, very good about the position that they're in. They feel that people are part of this revolution, young people are involved, and they believe that this is going to carry them to New Hampshire. And at the end of the day, considering all the things that Secretary Clinton has going on with her when it comes to the emails, the potential of an indictment, this razor-thin win that she had in terms of delegates, those aren't things that are going to be helpful to our candidacy moving forward. In 2008, when then Senator Barack Obama won, it was different. He was on a message of hope and change. He was a young African-American who people really liked. Yeah. This is an older guy who some folks didn't really think he had a chance. So I think it's a different ball game, and I'm very interested in seeing what happens.
Yeah, and so Capri, how does he deal with that then? Sure. How does he attract all the people he needs to attract, and will there be heightened scrutiny on Sanders now that that he really is making it difficult for Hillary Clinton?
He certainly is, and he's going to win New Hampshire, I believe, because obviously it's the neighboring state to his home state where he is a United States Senator in Vermont. And so he's going to have that momentum, and now he's going to have to bring and hone his message and really communicate what he's trying to accomplish. And I think that there are folks that are leaning towards Bernie because they are frustrated with the traditional Democratic establishment that is represented by Secretary Clinton. But I think there are others that are attracted to Bernie Sanders because they are interested in single-payer health care. They are interested in college affordability. And I think he really needs to articulate his message on really how he's going to do that and how that is actually going to become realistic. I do want to say one more thing in regards to who won and who lost. No question about it that, Bernie Sanders came out as the winner to become so close to the Clinton machine. But this is about delegates. Here in the United States, both the Democrats and Republicans have to accrue delegates to become the nominee for President of the United States for their party. There is only one delegate difference between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, 21 to 20. And so this is going to turn into a delegate game as Bernie Sanders builds that momentum. We're going to see, I believe, a 50-state strategy of chipping away to delegates. And then, who knows what's going to happen in Philadelphia at the DNC.
It's exciting, you guys. It's big.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
It's an incredible process.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch. Capri, Cafaro, Gianno Caldwell, thanks for guiding us through it. We appreciate it.